This week we begin the book of Bamidbar, we start with the portion of Bamidbar, and the Torah starts with Hashem spoke to Moshe, Bamidbar Sinai, in the desert of Sinai. And the Medrash questions, why is it important for the Torah to tell us the location in the desert of Sinai? And the Medrash teaches that this desert is very, very important, this desert message. Whoever does not make himself like a wilderness, like a desert, will not be able to acquire Torah. Meaning that the commentaries explain what does it mean to make oneself like a desert, and the commentaries all seem to point towards humility. In other words, and it's very sensible. If you want to acquire knowledge, then you need to be humble. It's practical, because if you're not humble, you're not going to listen to anyone else. You're not going to listen to a teacher. You're not going to listen to anyone, because you'll think you'll know everything. So if you want to acquire knowledge, humility is vital. Humility is crucial. But there's something spiritual here. And Rabbi Shimon Schwab points out that this Medrash is teaching us that the more me, myself, and I focus on, the more of a wall, the more of a barrier there is between me and Hashem. The more humble I am, the more I can realize and focus and understand that I actually start out as a wilderness. Start out just if with nothing. And everything that I have is from Hashem. And the more I realize that, the closer I am to Hashem. So this could be a very helpful technique for us. Look, the character trait of humility is something we need to work on our entire lives. As a matter of fact, you look at the Medrash, and the Medrash says, whoever does not make himself like a wilderness cannot acquire Torah. Why doesn't it just say, whoever makes himself like a wilderness can acquire Torah? Say it in the positive. Because the Medrash is teaching us that our natural inclination is to focus on the me, myself, and I, on self-aggrandizement. That's natural focus. So a person we need to realize that we need to go against that, the challenge of our natural nature, and realize and accept the fact that without Hashem we have nothing, and whatever I have is from Hashem. So this is actually a very, very powerful technique, a very useful technique, a very helpful technique. Look, humility is something that we need to work on our entire lives. In fact, every single day, in every single prayer, we end off every Shemona Esrei prayer. Nafshi ke'afar lakol tiyeh. May I be internally like earth, meaning humble. Of course, we ask God for humility, to help us. But this is a quick step, just to help us, on a regular basis, to picture a wall that potentially blocks me from my connection with Hashem. And picture the following, that I have the ability to remove that wall, to press the button to remove that wall by my understanding and my feeling and my just focusing on this fact that everything that I have is from Hashem. And the more I can focus on that, the more closer I will be to Hashem, and then the more of Hashem's knowledge, the more of Hashem's Torah will be absorbed with me and stick with me and stay with me and impact me for my entire life and for all of generations. Remember, this quick technique is picture a wall, and in our minds, remove the wall by our humility and feel the embracing love of Hashem. Have a beautiful Shabbos.